Nothing like this is ever done in London.
You're not in London, Dr. Harrison. You're in Cranford now.
The appeal of Cranford is the original writer, Elizabeth Gaskell, then Heidi Thomas, has done a fantastic adaptation, and that the body of Cranford is run by, sort of women who are over 30 and just below 80. And just for middle-aged women running this town and to have parts like that, and that they're not just, giggly women running around the village. I mean, they're very strong women, and that's what appealed to me, and it's very funny and very moving.
I have been asked by Dr. Morgan for the loan of my maid Bertha, and he does not want it for his own ends. He requests it because a new, young doctor is coming to live in our midst.
I think of her more as Kate Adie. She's got a very important task to get all the information across the town as quickly as possible, and to be first to hear of it and first to tell everyone. So it's a great opportunity to have, fun with it. But from her point of view, it's very serious what her task is, So, and I didn't want it to be too sort of, oh, have you heard that so-and-so say? And I just thought, well, I think she needs to be very serious about this because, there was the newspaper, but there was no telephones or, radio. So I think women, for her anyway, in my interpretation, is that she was very serious about her job.
I've never seen a cast list like that. When I was doing a film in Thailand, and I got sent this script, and it had a list of the other people in it on the front of the script, and I knew I wanted to do it before I'd even read it. And then I read it, and it read like a novel. It kind of came off the page so well. It was kind of I think everybody wanted to do it. I don't think anybody would have said no to that.
You are most welcome, however late.
I'm sorry. My horse cast a shoe. We limped 5 miles before we found a blacksmith.
That's an eye-catching coat. It is a cutaway, is it not?
A runaway, in fact. I had it made in London.
I thought as much.
She doesn't get much to do in the first episode. She was suppressed, vicar's daughter, and her father and mother have died, and so she's very much under the thumb of her older sister. And so everything that happens to Miss Matty, it has to go through Deborah, all the time. She's, and you find subsequently, of course, that you find there's a whole story there. I saw this in bloom in the garden. I thought it might look nice beside your bed.
You're so kind.
Oh, Mary, you must miss your home.
I must. Which is something of a nonsense after all that was said before I left to come here. And I cannot even tell you what was said, because it will only confirm all my faults.
I'm quite sure you can have no faults.
I'm indiscreet, Miss Matty, and incautious, and I do not appreciate my stepmother's attempts to marry me off.
You don't wish to marry?
Knowing that I was going to go back to play Jean in Ashes, which we're doing at the moment, so it was just important for me to sort of remind people that to not get typecast, and if you're going to be a part of something, why not be a part of this? And I'm immensely proud to be part of it. It's a very different character, and it's a very interesting character. I mean, it's some similarities with Jean, in terms of social reform and justice, and not quite as forward and pushy. A bit more subtle, I think.
The child is half gypsy and whole villain.
What's your name?
Harry Gregson.
Dear God!
The wonderful thing about this is that I don't think the majority of people will know the story, and therefore it's rather exciting, I think, to find a classic which you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. That's why Sue said to us, we mustn't say what happens, because then there is an element of surprise in it. And maybe people will read her. I hope so.